Go ahead and start. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the weekly Freedom Mastery Inspiration Call. Hello, as you pop on, thank you so much for joining. If you're watching the replay, thank you. I appreciate your time for you, showing up for you to fill your mind and your heart with some inspiration to be able to run with your day a little more balanced, a little more less stress, a little more, I like to say, miraculous. Miraculous day, right? Miracles. So I want to start with a screen share. I want to show you a visual of something that came to me as an inspiration when we were traveling. So we traveled for 4 months straight with a truck and a camper trailer, 3 children, myself, my husband, and traveled all the way to Arizona and back. And one of the things that there's this inspiration that kept coming to me over and over again. And I'm going to show you a visual and explain just a little bit of that and what that spoke to me. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to go in and show you, like, okay, so this is my Messenger. This is my Google Drive. I try to keep a lot of my resources in my Google Drive so that I can share them if I'm ever inspired as gifts. You know, you can just copy the link. Google Drive is free. It's awesome. So I use that, and I put this video in there that I took on our trip. So I'm going to play it and let you watch first, and then I'll explain a couple of things.
Daddy, look at all of those.
Yeah.
So as you're looking, what I want you to see is the vista, the views as your miracles, as your dreams. You know, what do we see over here? All these beautiful gifts, this earth, right? But see it as your dream. See it as your manifestation, you know, what you're looking to accomplish and produce, right, in your life. So imagine that that's your dream, right? We're talking about the background, and then all of a sudden there's this rearview mirror pops in. Like, where does this come from? What is this? It's blocking my view of my miracle and my dream. If I keep looking in the rearview mirror, inevitable struggle, crashing, stress is going to happen. If I was in the driver's seat, right? I'm not in the driver's seat in this car, right? I'm in the passenger seat.
Oh my gosh, look at those. I remember this drive.
But I wanted to give you that visual of how powerful it is in our life if we continue to look back. If we keep looking back, or if we hold a vision of our past and where we came from too much in our present, this is what happens. It blocks our view of our miracle, of our, dream. Whatever that is we're looking to grow in our life. You know, sometimes it's a body transformation. Sometimes it's a body transformation. Sometimes it's a mindset pop that we're looking for, right? A shift in the way we see something, or a shift in what we feel or think about something, right? But the truth is, there's always going to be things that are coming in front of it. There's always going to be something that's going to attempt, right, to distract our view. And the beautiful thing is, my mentors and coaches that I'm following on a daily basis, Robert Hollis, Melody Riba, Jenna Zweigel, anyone in this community, these are the concepts they're teaching. This is what I'm learning and gaining. And what I like to do is put it into a visual and put it into a little bit of a step-by-step order and process that we can put into our everyday life, right? Because we hear the word miracles, right? We hear the word abundance, and we hear the word manifesting. But how do we apply that to our everyday life? There's people out there that don't even look at the words or what we're doing when we talk that way because they don't understand it. It's just fluff to them. They don't get it. When we're doing something new or learning something new, we're not going to get it at first. We're not going to get it. We're going to be uncomfortable. There's so many things we just don't know, or don't know what to do, or don't know what's next. And we're just like, what do we do? So I'm blessed, grateful, just highly favored to be here to be able to share these tips with you. What this is going to be is 4 tips for literally, manifesting your miracle. However, the main part of this is I want you to remember and realize in the beginning of any manifestation of any miracle or of anything you want, to realize that you are already that. whatever that is that you're looking for, whatever that miracle is titled and labeled. You know, for some of us, it's time freedom. For some of us, it's not going to a day job. It's being able to work from home with our family, our siblings, our nieces and nephews, like whoever we want around us on a daily basis, you know, having that kind of freedom. But what you really, really want to do is make sure you're focusing on you first and the miracle of who you are. I'm going to give you a verse. If you read the Bible, if you're a believer, Isaiah 52:7 talks about how beautiful you are. How beautiful you are that you focus on your strength and that you don't focus on your pain. Really, there's no pain. This came to me as I read that verse. There is no pain or problem greater than even your weakest strength. If you think of that, even where you're the weakest in your strengths, there is still strength there. Hi, Manuela, good to see you. So how to make life miraculously simple, how to bring miracles about, how to realize the miracle in our own self. A couple other verses, Isaiah 65:2 and 13. Sometimes we get distracted. Can you turn that down just a little bit? We get distracted, right? That rear view mirror. Manuela, you got to watch the replay for just that first couple minutes. And I did a screen share and you can look at that, but it's an amazing visual of what happens if you keep looking in the rear view mirror. But I'm going to keep moving forward. So we get distracted, right? We get distracted. There are things that are going to come into our lives. All that matters, though, is your vision, right? Yours, not mine. Even though I'm here talking to you about it, I'm really talking about your vision. I'm not talking about anything that I'm doing or what I'm manifesting in my own life. Now, I'm giving you the way. I'm giving you the path I took to be able to manifest what I wanted in my own life. And, you know, a testimony is 16 years of marriage. That's what I want and value in my life. I value living a life of love and family and having our family whole because of things I went through. And I chose not to continue focusing on those life, pains or, emotional events that happened in my past and in my history. And I choose to focus on my strengths and what I want, my dream. So what's the first thing that I need to do that? What's the first thing you need to do? Number one is set your stage. Set your stage for your miracle. Whatever that is, it's not going to look like anybody else's stage. It might be similar, right? Like you can look at Melody's page, you can look at Robert's page, you can look at Jenna's, and you can see some overlapping things, right? They all give, they all care, they all love, they all take a wholeness approach to life. Like you're not just your body, you're not just your spirit, you're not just your business. We're all encompassing humans of all kinds of things. So these steps are going to help us come down to what's simple. So set your stage. Now, how do we do that? We are created to be seen. The butterfly, the peacock, all these beautiful creations in nature don't hide behind trees. They don't hide behind things saying, oh, don't look at me. I'm too beautiful, or someone might not be able to take my beauty. They don't hide. There's this, stage that God has set for them and put them on, and they're there. Now, our stage, we get to set, right? God's placed us here as beautiful creations, as miracles. We are glorious beyond what we know. You are a shining light, more beautiful than anything you could ever see. And I don't say that to be cliche or be silly. I say that because I see it. I see it. You look at our decorations. You see my dress, my necklace. I see Manuela's beautiful necklace too. And her beautiful glass is like, we can ordain our bodies the best way, any way. I was telling my daughter, she was leaving for church this morning. I said, sweetheart, don't forget to look in the mirror. Make sure there's nothing in your eyes or your teeth. And we always have this, careful, watch what we look like. What do we look like when we're going out of the house? So what I want to inspire in you to do is set your mental stage and your heart stage to adorn your mind and your heart with as many decorations as we do our body. That's all. If you get up in the morning to take a shower, then go ahead and shower off your mind and your heart, the jealousy, the envy, the fear from yesterday. Get rid of all that as well. As you're showering your body, focus on showering other areas that need cleansing. We're a mind, a body, a soul, and I add business in because we all need money to grow and live in this society. We do. A quote that I wrote down here in my notes that my mentor had said one time was, we're often 3 feet away from gold and we don't see it. yet, but it is there, right? As we look forward, focus on forward, not the rear view, but focus forward. How much exercise do I give my mind every day? You know, a lot of times I hear people talking about working out and going to the gym and, you know, doing all this amazing things, but it's rare I hear people talking about, you know, going to the mental gym and repatterning old paradigms, right? Like changing beliefs that aren't serving me. Moving the heart, I do believe, is a lot more challenging than moving our bodies. And that's why we tend to not focus on it as much. And it doesn't have to be a size. It's not a weight or a size issue I'm talking about. When I talk about body health, that's not it. You know, we're all made of something called energy. It's science proves it. We feel it when we walk into a room. It's called ATP. They labeled it in science class. You know, ATP, you look at, we are made of something. And if you look at that more internally than externally, I guarantee you will struggle less, find more miracles, and allow miracles. And that's my big, you know, one of the big perceptions I'm seeing here, and you can let me know if you agree, but I seem to be noticing that I allow a miracle in my life. It's not that I accept it from someone else, right, or another source. God's given me this miracle within me. Whatever this desire is, it was to have children at one time, and I did. That was a desire put within me, meaning it could be possible. I might have had infertility. I might have had issues with hormones and female stuff and all that, but I remembered the dream. I remembered my vision of my children and my family, and I focused on it, and I lived for it, and I learned about it, and I read about families and having children, and I didn't focus too much on the infertility. I kept focusing on the dream, and lo and behold, I have 3 babies today. And I do believe it's because I kept focusing on that dream. So I encourage you, keep
I'm not a baby.
adorning your mind and your heart as much as you do your body, because your stage is all of who you are. So number 2 is also consider taking a balcony view every now and then. You know, we want to sit in the front row of our life. We want to sit in that front row seat. We want to get the goods, you know, whatever we're learning, whoever is teaching us, you know, we want to be close. We want to connect, right? So we think the closer we are, the more we can connect, the more we can be like these people. We're just going to be with them. We're rising, right? So as we rise, it's important to take that balcony view every now and then so you can be sure that your process and your action steps are still moving you in the direction that your miracle is, right? You're still moving in that general direction, because when we're right on top of something, it's often hard to see our path that we're following until we move back, right? So the balcony view, and you know, there's no such thing as a stroke of luck. That's what I've been hearing too recently is, you know, we prepare and we germinate what we want to grow. We prepare, we plant seeds, we germinate, and then we get ready to harvest at some point. So when I say take the balcony view, what I want to know is, where are you ready to harvest today? Where in your life? How old are you? If you're more than 10 years old, then you have room for harvest. I don't know if you know that, but that's what my mentors say. It takes 10 years to learn or to, you know, really begin to master something. And anything that is, you can go ahead and move forward with that. You don't have to have a curriculum. You don't have to have it wrote down in books and steps. Now, Jenna, she did her live. She has like her step process for everything she's going to cover. Eventually, you will need that. Eventually, that is, you're going to have that. But to make sure you're on that path, going to where you want to go, the balcony view is absolutely necessary sometimes. So look at your life and consider where you should take a balcony view and where you should go ahead and start leading others, you know, to where you've found that serves you, that you can also then give, right? I'll talk about giving here in a little bit, but you've been living this life. You've been living this life for a long time. You are succeeding and advancing and just blowing away in some areas. Maybe others you're struggling, but focus where you're growing. Focus where you're growing. A lot of times our discomfort is actually our growth. It's the truth. When we're uncomfortable, when we're struggling, when we're thinking, am I going to make it? What do I do? The truth is, if you look in a room full of plants that are all planted together in one room, they're all growing at different heights. They're not all going to be the same height. I could be giving them the same food, the same water, the same light, like literally in an indoor environment, right? Same light, same everything. The plants will not grow the same. There's going to be some that are going to shoot up. There's going to be some that are going to grow really slow. So no, it doesn't matter what the visual looks like for growth. It's not a visual. It's an internal allowing for you. So when growing is your goal, there's no loss. There's never a lack. There's never a needing of anything, because you are growing already. You are already growing. You're in process. You don't need anything. You're not wanting to grow. You're not looking to grow, right? You are growing. So say that to yourself over and over and over. It really helps. I am statements, affirmations are just one way that I've really, really learned to be able to create miracles in my life, to create the miracles I want that may seem like they're not possible. So number 3 is be of service. And, I know this is cliche, be of service. We hear it all the time. The person that doesn't ask any questions, the person that doesn't care who's right or wrong, those are people that are being of service. So there's more ways to be of service than to do something. You don't necessarily have to be doing something or doing a physical action. Allowing others to be right, allowing others to ask the questions. Being of service to me now is actually simply just letting others live their life. That's to me what being of service is. Reaching out a hand and saying, you know what, I'm going to accept you just as you are. I'm not asking you to change. I'm not asking why you're doing anything or what you're doing. I'm just going to look at you and say, I accept you for whoever you are. I don't even need to know who you are. I'm going to accept you without even knowing, because I trust that you're doing your best. I trust that you're living your biggest life. I trust that you are wanting to move forward in every area. And that's being of service to humanity in this day and age. That is true service. Service that others can continue to give, a need of the heart, an ear to just listen and allow people to just be themselves. And look, I know it's not fun. I have conversations with people that like to complain or focus on what's not going right. But the truth is, if I don't listen and allow them to do that and play that part and say those things, they won't even realize. I was there myself for a long time, focusing on what wasn't going right. What do I need to do? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what to do right. Those are the kind of things I was saying. And truly all it was I needed to do was just allow. So number 4 is being a receiver, right? We want to be of service. We want to give. It's easy to give and copy and paste and, share a link in a meditation with people to help them. But how about receiving? What do you do when someone gives you something? What do you do when someone gives you a compliment? Now, I'm not saying that it's not give and take. It is. We know life is always give and take. It's getting and taking. I mentioned that with a couple of other people I was talking to this week. And the beautiful thing is here that being a receiver means that you will just simply allow people to love you and care for you. That is it. Rest, sit, stop doing. Because if we don't stop doing, then we're not allowing ourselves to receive. Because it can't go both ways at the same time. Now, yes, we're going to go both ways at different times. But if you're giving, doing, serving, there's no room to receive. There's no room to receive. And for a long time, my melody helped me realize that I was just giving out of an empty cup. I was attempting to serve from an empty cup. There was no saucer in the picture. The saucer was broke. It wasn't even on the table. It was gone. It was just an empty cup. So being a receiver means that you are going to begin receiving from yourself first. So how do we receive from ourselves? Silence. We sit in silence because that is the definition of being with yourself, is sitting without listening or talking or doing any other thing at all. But oftentimes we might not start there. We might start by listening to meditations. We might start by reading the Bible, saying prayers. I print out Robert's books and I read and notate and do all kinds of stuff. I am always writing notes on my papers too, to help me learn to receive. Listen to this. I gotta read this coincidentally, right? I don't know about you, but I don't believe in coincidence. I call that divine intervention. But listen to this quote. 3 billion people go to bed hungry, but 4 billion people go to bed hungry for a word of encouragement and concern. Cavett Robert said that, or Robert Cavett, I don't know which way. But the point is that if you're needing anything at the end of the day, anything at all, if you're sitting there thinking, I need this, or I need that, or I didn't do this, or I didn't do that, it's only your own giving that you're not receiving when we're needing. I do believe that. Every time in my own personal life that I've come back to things, that's what I keep hearing. And as I then learn to give myself my morning ritual, I give myself my self-care, where I'm not rushing to get ready for something. I'm simply caring for myself. I'm taking a shower. I'm washing my hair. I'm not doing something for the next step. That's one of the ways I know that I'm actually caring for myself. It's not for anything else. It's not for anyone. It's not for an event. It's not for my call. It's for me. It's care for me, to take care of me, not for anyone else, not to, arrive and, show up anywhere perfect, or, it's nothing like that. It's nothing for anything but myself. So attempt to prepare yourself for your miracle. Set your stage. Take a balcony view every now and then. Make sure you're on that path. We should be evaluating our results weekly. My coaches and mentors help me realize this, that we shouldn't be working months and months and months on something and then taking a look every now and then. Weekly results are possible, absolutely. Whatever area it is, whether it's your love life, whether it's your relationships, maybe a friendship, your business, a weekly result's possible. We can count something. Your goal, though, is to make sure counting what matters. Count what matters. What's pushing you, growing you forward to your dreams and your miracles, and then focus on that and stay there. When a man is down, I keep this quote, just this this thing, how when someone gets hurt or something, they're like, man down, right? Like, man down, there's someone injured. That's kind of what I think of myself when I'm not caring for myself and I'm not giving my own care, self-care, and I start to get overwhelmed and frustrated and in a hurry. I realize man down, and the man is me. I'm down, and I'm looking for help in other areas that I'm responsible for myself. So I just want to thank you. Our goal is to be allowing ourselves to be the miracle we are. That is our goal, and I want to inspire that in you. But at the same time, I want to help keep you on that path for our tangible goals, the things we can pick up and hold, right? Our children, our business, all the things that bring us what we need to survive in this life. Love is first. I do believe love is first. Acceptance, service, value, money, we need it all. And it's all here for us. That's what's beautiful too. When I say that you are the miracle, you are already the miracle. You're not becoming a miracle. You are a miracle, and your miracles, you own them. You already own them. You're not accepting them. You're not finding them. You're only allowing them to become evident in your life. That is it. And as you do that, tell people. Talk about it, because that brings it into this reality. Speaking it out, even when it's not yet true physically. It is true spiritually. It is true in our divine order. And that is beautiful and a blessing. And it allows you to then rest, right? Rest in your day. Again, I just want to thank my mentors and coaches. Robert Hollis, he's been over 30 years of mentorship and coaching. His mentors were Roger Penske and Jim Rohn. I know you might know one of those names. Accountability matters is the point. Mentors, coaches, they're all accountable to someone. We're all a collective conscious here, connected and accountable to each other. So thank you for holding me accountable as well, for being here. You showing up holds me accountable. It does. So thank you. If you have any questions, please let me know. Hi. I see her over there too. You can unmute yourself and ask any questions if you'd like. Otherwise, I will end this soon enough so that we can get the replay posted. So thank you. I love you all.
You want to say hi?
Hi.
My grandson is here today with me.
Good to see you.
Yeah, a pretty busy weekend, let's put it that way. But it was good. It was very good.
Good. You know, that's what it's all about. It's about beautiful busy, you know, being busy, but it also being beautiful.
Yes.
And I love that. Yeah. So thank you for showing up. Do you have anything you want to add or ask?
And I'm a little bit late, but that's okay. You just I grabbed most of the important thing, but I can go back and check the beginning.
Yes, you'll love it. It's brief, but really visual. It'll give you a good visual.
Right.
Okay. I love you.
As always, you're an inspiration. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you so much. It's a blessing to see you loving and supporting your family and being right there with them so close. That's just one of the beautiful blessings that I'm looking.
I know that we need time for other things too, but first is the family, and sometimes
absolutely
got caught.
Absolutely. You're caught in a beautiful blessing there. So enjoy that love and hugs and whatever it is y'all like to do together, you know.
Exactly.
Have some fun.
We went to go to the beach for a little bit, and then he's leaving tomorrow to New Jersey. So he was here this weekend. My daughter already left.
How fun. Well, y'all have fun. Enjoy the rest of your time together. Safe travels too for all of your family that's traveling, and I'll see you again.
Yes. Have a blessed day, hon. Thank you so much.
Many blessings. Bye-bye.